Well, billions of dollars in federal money could be headed to California, and San Diego's manufacturing and child care industries could come out major winners. Joining us live this afternoon is Eric Cutler with San Diego-based TOOTRiS, a company that helps employers with child care. Eric, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Help break down the CHIPS Act for us. What is it? What does it mean for Californians and specifically San Diego?
Sure. So microchips are in our phone, on our computer. They're in the device people are watching this on. The military uses them. And a key component of all those electronics is something called a semiconductor. And so since the rise of technology, we had a lot of this manufacturing of semiconductors here in the States. But steadily over the last 20, 30 years, all of that has shipped overseas. And this was all kind of business as usual until the pandemic, when we had huge challenges at the shipping. There was a lot of shipping backups, and we had a huge explosion in cost of electronics, even cars, which are impacted as well. So the White House and politicians saw this as an opportunity to create a bipartisan effort to create something called the CHIPS Act, which sets aside about $40 billion in federal grants to organizations that are in the semiconductor manufacturing industry to bring that manufacturing back to the states, which brings money and jobs in the process. Here in California, we have actually over 600 companies in this industry alone supporting these efforts.
Who are vying for those federal subsidies.
Absolutely.
Billions of dollars worth of it. What does this have to do with childcare?
First and foremost, attached to the stipulation for this act is the requirement for those larger companies that are vying for those hundreds of millions of dollars to offer and provide access to affordable childcare to their workforce. We are right now in a good time from an unemployment perspective. It's very low, but when you look at who's unemployed and who's not taking higher paying jobs and who's working part-time, a majority of those are working moms, those are parents, those are the folks that the cost of childcare, the availability of childcare, it just pushes it out of reach for those to accept higher paying jobs. So sensing this as a stipulation of this act, it's required for those companies to offer childcare services to their employees.
And that's where TOOTRiS comes in.
Absolutely. So what we're offering and what we have is a platform that has access to over thousands and thousands, over 200,000 childcare programs nationwide. That's really one of two problems with the challenge of childcare. It's hard to find and it's hard to pay for. So these semiconductor companies are partnering with us to make it more accessible for them, and they're also tying in stipends. They're offering hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars to working parents every year in order to make childcare a little bit more affordable. Childcare is about $1,300 per child per month, as parents watching this know. So in order to make that more accessible and affordable, this is what the Biden administration has tied into the CHIPS Act.
Do you see other businesses that are offering childcare? I mean, do you see that? I mean, there's just not enough.
There is not enough, and that's why providing the tools to that workforce is really key and pivotal here. It's starting with the semiconductors, but this is just tied to this act. We actually have seen a huge explosion in organizations offering child care benefits to their workforce, because this is a really key thing. As a working parent, a parent knows they need before and after school care, they need summer camps, they need in-home care, they need child care centers, they need all these tools and resources, and on your own, it's a real challenge. So employers are offering what's called child care benefits to make it more accessible and more affordable. And even organizations like our own Miracosta College here in Carlsbad, they're actually not only training workforce to be part of the semiconductor industry, they actually have classes, training, and providing them the skills. They're actually offering childcare to their students. So it's kind of the best of both worlds there.
You know, it is a difficult thing, especially as parents. You know, you're trying to work and provide and continue, providing and contributing to the economy as well, but you can't do it if you have no one to watch your children. So TOOTRiS is obviously partnering with other companies out there. How many, who is on your platform? How many people do you have in terms of childcare?
So we have over 200,000 providers in our network. We're a nationwide service. We not only partner with semiconductor organizations, we partner with manufacturing, we partner with schools, we partner with retail. Really, parents work everywhere. They don't just work for chip and manufacturing companies. So what we're seeing is unprecedented coming from the White House, but we anticipate that really in 4 to 5 years, companies that don't offer a child care or family support system will be the exception and not the rule. So we're seeing this as really something that all organizations will offer, no different than health or dental in their benefit plan.
Essential. All right,
Absolutely.
Eric. Eric Cutler with TOOTRiS, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate that.
Thank you.